Okay, so in this one I wanted to show you the magic wand you can use, or the quick selection tool. I don't usually use the magic wand. I'll show you what is the difference between the two of them. So in this case, if I look at my background, as I said before, I'll do a duplicate, so Control J or Command J on the Mac. Close this one. So if I go into the magic wand tool, as soon as you click onto a certain area of the picture, and then it'll take a sample of those colors and try to find them everywhere into the actual picture where they exist. So if I click onto this one, in this case it's pretty good because this kind of blue whitish colors are only available into this one. So it does wonder, like in this case it's perfect, it's working correctly. Okay, so I'm just going to show you the difference though into the actual quick selection tool, which I much prefer. In this case, what it does is just it reads the color underneath the actual brush, and it starts to select those pictures, or those colors I would mean, as you go along. So you can have a little bit more precision. Like in this case, yeah, I don't actually need those flies into this one. And in looking at this, you'll see, I'm going to show you what is going to happen. Is just that in this case, what I want to do is that I want to change the actual sky for this picture. Very boring one, so I'll make it more interesting or more drastic. So looking at this part over here, there's two things you can actually do. Is either delete this over here. So if I press on to delete, it will delete that part. I'm going to do Control S, Control D to deselect. So this is gone. You can do it that way. Or there's another way that also you can do is just that you can just go back and just say, well, you know what, I'll keep the actual background, that's what it is, the sky, but I want to take the castle into a different part. So there's many ways you can do that. But there was one thing though, I'll tell you right away. All on those along these edges, I'm pretty sure there'll be some contaminated colors that we call. Whatever the blue sky is, it will go and reflect onto this. So what I would do is just go to Refine, first of all, and it says Edge Detection. Yes, I want you to show the edge detection, which as you can see right now. But there's one over here that says Decontaminated Colors. That's an awesome project, or an awesome tool. So you can go in here, and what it's going to do is it's going to get rid of the contaminated color. So I'll press OK. So in this case, oh, it just selected the wrong part of what I'm looking at. So very easy, what you can do is just go into this one and just say Control I or Command I on the Mac, and then you got your inverse, as we call it, the mask. Sorry, kind of blurred out right now. Okay, so now you get what you want. So I got the castle. I'll go and show you. I got this guy over here is interesting. I don't care about the water, but I'll use the move tool, click in the picture, drag it while I'm still along to the actual click, move it into the actual picture over here, and I'm just going to just put it like this way over here. And as we've seen before, you know that the top layer is always going to show, so I want this layer to be underneath this part, so it's going to be in the background. So as you can see, oh, now we can see the actual contaminated picture. Okay, so I will do another thing for that. In the sense, I'm going to go back to my selection over here. Let's see if I go into this one, and I'm going to go back to my selection, refine edges, and I want to decontaminate the actual. I'm on the right layer. Yes, decontaminate the layer, the colors. Press OK, and you could do that a few times. I would keep on doing this, but it's just wanted to show you how you can change the sky. So in this case, if I'm looking at this, you will have to do some work though on to saying, well, this is really bright compared to this. So you learn that, oh, maybe the way to fix this is just simply like go to your exposure and just increase the exposure, so that it's actually going to do the entire picture though. So you have to be careful on today's part over here. Okay, I'll show you a little trick. So I'm going to increase the size of this. And if you press onto the Alt key, in between those two layers, I just want this exposure to be on this, affecting this layer. Click on between, and you see, this makes it link. So now what's the difference? Well, if I look at this over here, that was a before castle. Exposure, That looks a little bit more, so you can always go back over here and just say, okay, I want to decrease this so it doesn't affect too much, or just keep it as it was. So that was just a quick selection, the magic wand tool if we want to select. And you get the magic wand tool, you can select, which selects the entire color or whatever spectrum, and then the quick selection tool, it keeps on going. So for me, I would actually go back on this picture. It's really annoying me, that fringe over here, and I would do some more fix. But that was a quick one for seeing what the magic wand tool does and the quick selection tool does.